Welcome to World Local News. I'm your host, Freddy, and I'm here with my man, Greg Perlman. Greg, what did we hit him today this episode?
We got vulnerable.
We definitely got vulnerable at the beginning. I might have done a little TMI, but it was for the greater good, all right?
We checked in with the world's most famous Kim, and that's Kim Jong Un, not Kardashian.
Or Lil Kim.
We talked about Billy Chlamydia Clinton.
Oh, Billy fucking Ballbags is at it again, and he might have, we'll see. He might need to put up another Planned Parenthood or something. I struggled there, but that's okay, guys.
I'm pretty sure that we debated male birth control.
Oh, we cover male birth control. There's a hot tub for your balls, and it might help your pullout game.
I'm pretty sure you declared allegiance to a AR-15 touting Magga Church.
I'm just saying nobody's really 100% wrong. You know what I'm saying? They're motherfuckers dress fly. And they're the religious dipset is what they look like.
And lastly, we dive into the Kyrie Irving controversy. If you like what you hear, you can listen on iTunes and Spotify. You can watch us on YouTube.
Yep. Check us out on Instagram. We get wild on there as well. I get wild.
We got clips. We got reels.
We got clips. We're doing marketing now, guys.
Woo!
You hear this little soft music in the background? We got lo-fi playing on the intro. We upgraded our shit. Share our stuff. Tell your friends without any further ado. Greg, do the honors, buddy.
Okay, welcome to the episode.
Welcome to World Local News. Recording live from Raleigh, North Carolina, in front of no audience. World Local News, 80% news, 20% bullshit. You've got questions? So do we. Like my grandmother always says, don't knock it till you try it 8 times. I'm not wearing pants. World Local News, everything is fucked. Let's get on with the show.
Yo, Greg, the fucking...
You look sad.
Yeah, yeah.
You look sad, man. What's going on?
Well, can I give you the good news first?
Give me the good news.
I was just at Dead Crow Comedy Club performing, opening.
Ooh!
Yeah, I was opening up for Andrew Lopez and Opie, 2 LA comics. Both writers on various TV shows and all that. Yeah, so
let's take a quick pause. A shout out to Dead Crow Comedy, one of the best comedy clubs in the nation.
Yes, great comedy club in Wilmington, North Carolina. You got to check it out if you live there.
It's a big moment for you.
Huge
showing.
I'm a legit middle act right now. Then this weekend proved it. Like all 4 shows went great. The first show on Saturday was fucking awesome. It was like, people thought I came with the dudes from LA.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was great. Feeling good about myself. And, I post about a lot of my wins on social media, right?
You're a vulnerable guy.
I do. Yeah. So this is, I got extra vulnerable and I had to think about this one because it was gross, but I let people know. I was hanging out in my car because I didn't want to pay 2 nights for an Airbnb. And while hanging out in my car, before that, I had gotten 3 juices.
All right.
From the juice bar. I was
feeling a healthy guy.
Yeah. I was feeling a little down. I was like, fuck, maybe I need to just like a turmeric shot. Then like a green juice, and then there was like some kind of like orange carrot based juice. Okay. I'm chilling in the car, just scrolling on Instagram like I do,
Yeah.
Curate memes for the people.
Just a normal guy hanging out in his car by himself.
Oh, just a normal guy.
Nowhere to go.
AC playing, 4 hours to kill. All of a sudden I go, wow, I got to pass gas like any normal person, right?
Sure, it happens.
Any normal person. I let one go and I feel something.
Oh no.
I feel, you want a gas coming out of there. You don't necessarily want a liquid. Greg, I shart myself.
All right. Well, right off the bat, it takes, I don't know if it takes a real man or woman or they or whatever to admit that. It takes a real human to admit that. That's about as vulnerable as it gets. What are you, 33, 34?
35, but sometimes you gamble and you lose, I didn't even think. It wasn't even, sometimes you can feel those and you're like, let me proceed with caution. This one came quick. This one was a surprise one. So it didn't pass my butt cheeks, right? So it's not like there was a huge mess. It didn't hit, my underwear wasn't dirty. Luckily, my buddy had hit me up. I hit my buddy that morning. and he hit me up right when I shit myself. Like the universe was like, okay, this is the sign.
And so what's going on with like the tightness level of your butt cheeks that it didn't clear? You know what I mean?
I think it's
what
more
kept it in.
I think it's more the length from my butthole to the outside of my cheeks is long.
Wow,
it's
you have
like
a deep cavern?
Yeah, I think it's like the Death Star. Remember that scene where they go down right before he shoots the Death Star? I think my butt cheeks are like that. So it didn't pass the butt cheeks, which was good protection for not getting shit everywhere, because you know, human feces is not I don't even like really talking about it as like, open as a person as I am, but I just felt like the funny overrode the grossness on this one. So I had to let the listeners know, because this is a news channel that gives you everything. We're not just talking about other people in the world. We're talking about ourselves, and we're talking about what it's like to be human. And I think sharding is a fundamental truth for a lot of humans.
We'll be right back.
Wait, when was the last time you shart yourself?
I mean, dude, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm not saying that it's never happened.
Yeah. He's just leaving me hanging. Really?
Listen, no, listen.
25? Was it after 20? After you were 25?
It's definitely it was definitely before 30.
I think you think you're better than me, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, it's not because of sharding, but listen, do I have a Death Star butt? No. No, I don't. Maybe it's more of an X-Wing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen.
Greg got an X-Wing booty hole.
That's what they say. Listen, there's a book, everyone poops, right?
Yeah.
And what I would encourage you to do is to write a book called Everyone Sharts.
I don't know if I can say everyone, but I could say a good amount of people shart.
Now here's where you should know that I'm not better than you, because I'm not saying I've never done it.
Yeah.
It's just been a minute. Listen, I work from home, so I don't often spend 4 hours in my car alone by myself drinking juices. So if I had been in that scenario and I thought I was at a DEFCON level 1 type fart situation.
Yeah.
I probably would have let it fly, and because I have X-Wing booty, maybe I would have.
Yeah, and you would have had a mess because you ain't got
everyone
the cheeks I got.
Yeah, dude, I have shallow cheeks. Everyone knows it. They've been saying it on social media for months now. Greg has shallow cheeks. Now, anyone who says that they've never sharted is just a liar. So everyone sharts.
All right. So what is the jurisdiction? What's the it's 7 years. You're no longer
statute of limitations.
That's what's the statute of limitations on sharding? Like where you're like, all right, this guy's officially an adult, because I'm not at the highest level of adult after doing that, right?
I mean, I feel like I rarely call myself adult.
Yeah.
I hate the term adulting. I'm pretty sure last week I talked about, making chicken tenders and fries for myself because I'm an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you're sharding in your 30s, you probably shouldn't call yourself
I should whatever I'm doing, I should slow down a little bit.
Maybe next time, like I wish I could have gone with you to Wilmington so you didn't have to sit alone in your car. I mean, that's the depressing part. To me, the shard is really like kind of invigorating. It's a little exciting. It shakes things up. Did it reach the boxers? Did it not?
Yeah.
The sad part is like you were all alone. I was actually thinking to myself, I was like, damn, Friday night, did Freddy sleep in his car like by himself? Like I would have gotten him a hotel. Is everything okay? Like,
no, I had an Airbnb for that night. Then
you were just
the night after that, I had a friend I stayed with.
What were you planning to do had you not gotten the hookup from the friend?
I probably would have drove home that night after the show.
Yeah,
because I got paid a certain amount, and I didn't want to spend too much on like housing and all that. But I didn't think properly. I should have just hit my buddy up a couple days before, and I could have got free, stay or whatever. So. You know what? I mean, it was a lesson.
Yeah, but if that dude had been tracking your social media, he could have thrown you a layup ahead of time instead of, had you sit in a car for 4 hours drinking green juice. And
maybe the algorithm didn't favor us there. I think that's what's it. But I think, you know what? I learned a lesson.
Your shadow sharding band.
Yeah, I'm sharding band. I hate that word shard. To me, it's like such a frat boy fucking shard. And I that's why I was like, I don't. It seems like I'm trying to like be like, oh, shoot myself, but I was like, nah, I just think it's funny to be like.
So, what kind of feedback did you get from your, the Fred Talk fans?
They well on the Instagram.
Yeah.
They were about it. People said that they now feel more comfortable sharding themselves and they won't feel as bad. So it definitely did. It was a net positive overall.
You're just a man of the people, and
that's what I do.
That vulnerability is top notch. And speaking of which, I had a meeting with my therapist last week.
Nice.
The best.
Dude,
I love it.
A lot of women listening to this are now super wet right now because you're in therapy. Women love guys that are in therapy. Guys, if you want to get pussy, go to therapy.
So, sure. I mean, yeah, that's, I guess. I think October is mental health month. So always, if you need someone to talk to, go talk to someone. It shouldn't be, a friend or someone who's not going to give you the objective advice that you need. But my therapist said the funniest thing to me. She said that I have an anger cloud hovering over me.
You do. Yeah.
But I've learned to channel, like, if the anger cloud, if it starts to rain anger, I've developed, through therapy and work on myself, like the mechanisms to control that anger.
Yeah.
But she said, what makes you, like, for lack of a better term, like, interesting as a person is that it could always rain. It could always rain anger.
Yeah.
Because I have this anger cloud over me. But I always think about it like a superpower. My anger.
Yeah. It sounds like you've developed an anger ecosystem. It's going to rain, but that rain's going to grow vegetation down on the ground.
Yeah.
And people are going to farm.
Yeah.
You're sustaining life in this anger pocket dimension.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
dude.
I've got my anger in a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut Doctor Strange reference for those of you listening.
Yeah. Marvel, what if? Yeah. Fucking check it out. Fucking losers.
Yeah. So, and if you're a loser, go to therapy. Win-win.
Yeah.
So
for pussy. Only don't really do it for just do it so you can tell girls that you go to therapy.
Yeah, make sure a key facet of having a good relationship with a therapist is lying to them.
Yeah.
Just to get the outcomes that you want.
Yeah.
All right. So it got me thinking, like, all right, if anger is like my mental superpower, that, like, using the Spider-Man principle, with great power comes great responsibility.
Absolutely.
I started wondering what yours might be. Like, do you have a superpower like that you feel yourself?
I think mine is just like, people say I make them feel better. I think that's my.
You're like night nurse.
Yeah. I am like night nurse. I am a Puerto Rican lady from the Bronx.
I've always said this about you.
Yeah, I like that. I like night nurse as a character. I like it. It's a more caring approach to some of the other characters I look up to. So I like that one.
So it was funny. So I was like, I've been thinking about this anger cloud, and I did a throwback activity over the weekend.
Throwbacktivity.
Throwtivity?
Throwbacktivity.
Throwbacktivity.
Throwbacktivity right there.
Sure.
We ain't got time to
Shardo band.
Yeah.
So I did a throwback activity. I went to a bookstore. Did you know that those still exist? I went to a Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. How was it?
I have to be honest with you. Going in there, I was enraged. I was like, it was ready to hailstorm anger.
It sounds like, yeah.
Because it just didn't make sense to me.
Clouds are rolling in.
It didn't make sense to me in the moment. Yeah, clouds are rolling in, cumulus style. It didn't make sense to me that we still have bookstores. And I was like, God, fuck, why is this bookstore here? It could be something else. But then I was like, wait a minute. No, it's good that it's good that we have bookstores. It's kind of like record stores coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always this weird, like, we always do these like societal full circles where we come back to it. Like, we have bookstores. Jeff Bezos says, no, read it on this screen. Everything goes digital. And then, sure. Like even like eyeglasses companies, they like eliminated brick and mortar stores by just doing everything online.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, like the brick and mortar stores came back. And so it's just interesting how all that stuff comes full circle. But I'll be honest with you, dude, it was exceptional being in a bookstore.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It seems like something visceral, you know. Books to me are just paper podcasts, so they're good in my
paper podcasts.
Yeah, they're good in my book, you know.
Good in your book. So you know, you have to wear a mask inside in North Carolina, but I had to like I was one of 4 people in there, and 2 of them were working, and the other person I went to dinner with. But I had to drop my mask down for like while I was walking around, because I wanted to smell it. The books, the paper. Yeah. It made me feel 10 years old being in a school library. It smelled like a library. It was kind of nice. It's kind of nice
for you, man. A little nostalgia.
Yeah.
I like that. But did it remind you of anything? Did anything happen in the library with you that it brings you? Like, did you finger somebody or like kiss somebody?
Very, very much the opposite. No.
You use it for its intended purpose.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, good for you.
I wasn't. I'm not very cool, so like I didn't have those types of opportunities.
Okay. I didn't either.
The coolest thing I did when I was in, coolest. I don't know if is the right word, but in high school, there was we got this brand new gym my freshman or sophomore year of high school.
Brand new gym
Gym at high school. It had like the Olympic sized pool, brand new basketball gym, because obviously the basketball deserves the best. It had a new wrestling room. You would have loved it.
Nice. That's good.
But in the basement of the gym, there was a single stall bathroom, which unfortunately, going back to, taking a shit, if you had to take a shit during school, like it was always like, oh no, like,
yeah, you wouldn't want to get caught. For some reason, that was very embarrassing. Yeah.
It was like a war-torn, area. You'd never know if you were going to get pelted with wet paper towels.
School bathroom was definitely international waters, bro. It was a little bit different.
100%.
Life moved differently in the bathroom.
100%.
Elementary, middle school, high school. You never know.
You could have like, it could get so bad, someone could reach under the stall and take your pants and underwear.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Really, just being caught with the sneakers. Like here's how people told on themselves. If they went into the bathroom, shirt tucked out, a lot of people would take a shit and then tuck in their shirts just out of some weird nervous. So if somebody had a tucked in shirt, most likely they took a shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to peep the scene.
Having flashbacks of so many people with tucked in shirts. And
so I wonder if that maybe in adulthood, anybody with a tucked in shirt just took a shit within the last hour.
I'm just going
to assume that.
I think I think that's fair and very reasonable. So this, this single stall bathroom became like the go-to spot. Like if you had to go to the bathroom, that was the spot. It didn't matter like if you were in class or not. You could go take like a 5-minute walk to the downstairs gym. But I used to I dated a girl for a while, and we would go make out in that bathroom, which is like the least romantic place of all.
So it's a bathroom where you can lock the door and just have your privacy.
Yeah, 100%.
In adulthood, those are great because you can do cocaine in those bathrooms, and at the clubs when it's a single stall bathroom at the club and they're playing some house music, they know what their clientele is. That
it's actually a wonderful byproduct of the push to have gender neutral bathrooms.
Cocaine, yeah,
cocaine, and also single stall bathrooms.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
I love it.
That's it.
I love it, dude. Speaking of single stall bathrooms, my man Kim Jong Un, is it M?
I mean, let's just hop into it. The World Local News fans that we are transition masters. Let's take a hard pivot into our first story of the day. All right. So Kim Jong Un hadn't really made news since he last met with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, whenever a North Korean isn't seen in the media, there's a couple of assumptions that are being made. The first is that they've been offed.
Yeah.
Or in the case of like a Kim Jong Un, because historically he's been so unhealthy, you're like, oh, well, this dude must be suffering from a bad case of the sugars and like
Yeah.
literally can't be on screen.
Yeah.
However, in the last couple months, he has been back in the spotlight. He's lost weight. And, you know, let's separate the politics from his physique for a second. He looks great.
He does.
He looks great. And so he decided, you know, I'm back in the spotlight. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. And I am going to have a kind of a celebration of the military.
Yeah. Military celebration. Nice. He's out. He's feeling
like
good.
A true dictator. Like,
yeah.
Let's celebrate our military. So
okay.
can we pull up a clip here?
Absolutely.
All right, there's Kim. He's looking good.
Look at that. Ooh,
now,
feats of strength.
He brought out the army. I mean, he found the most jacked dudes in his army, and they are
look at that.
They are breaking bottles with their hands and then laying on the bottles.
Nice.
Everyone's loving it. Like, I don't know. Can we pause it real quick? Because, like, I don't know if North Koreans understand warfare. Because have you ever seen like a modern battle where like people are throwing bottles at each other and you have to like lay on the shards of glass and fight off your back?
I think at some point you might be on some shards of glass and you want to be used to shards of glass. I don't think the risk outweighs the reward because adrenaline's going to be going. You're not first time fighting for your life. If you're on glass, probably won't even feel it. You're trying to focus on the guy in front of you.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
So this I think is just to show like, hey, these guys are jacked. They're obviously getting food because you know they're rationed on food, but these guys are jacked as shit, dude. I mean, do
you think all of the food in North Korea is going?
Look at him. He does look good.
He looks good, right?
Yeah. Holy shit.
He looks good. He looks good. So there were all of these crazy like tests of strength and you have to, oh my gosh. I mean, these guys are just crazy. So there were all these like different shows of strength. And there were reports out of North Korea that Kim Jong Un got offended that these guys were stealing his thunder.
Okay. And
so, you know, you think about next year's celebration. You think about Kim being a little perturbed by, you know, the show that was put on by the military. And you wonder, like, how is this guy going to improve himself this next year and come back even better for this? Like, dude, I want to see him shirtless, laying on glass and doing these feats of strength because they always put out so much, you know, propaganda that like they could get a concrete brick that's not a concrete brick. It's just like made of wood or something, and he can smash through it and everyone would go crazy.
Yeah, he could do that, or he could stay the way he is.
Yeah.
And he can just implement like, you know, starving North Koreans to do the feats of strength. Cause then they'll
and then they look weak.
They look weak. And then
he can't do that though.
Oh, cause then he's
showing weakness.
Shit. All right.
What he should do is like,
I would like to see a Kim Jong Un, like to see your reality that, you know, where he gets to the jack point. I want to see the Kim Jong Un like montage video of him working out, the training session.
I would love it, man.
Eye of the Tiger, rising up.
I mean,
back on the street. Can you're the singer. You gotta hit him with it real quick.
Damn. It's not fun to sing the actual words of that song.
It's more the dang. You see Kim Jong Un getting up,
dude. I mean, I would, as crazy as it sounds, I would love if I knew that I was going to return. I would love to go to North Korea. Not love. I would like to go.
No, that's what white people do. You guys are like, oh, let me just go visit a terrible area just to see what's going on. Just to see, and then I'll go back to my fucking.
Oh no, I'm Christopher Columbus. Oh no.
I just want to go see. Then all of a sudden there's a Starbucks. Greg, guys, I want our listeners to know that I'm keeping Greg's whiteness and
holy.
I'm observing it.
I just got big time checked. I think you and I could go there together, and I think we could make some change in North Korea.
I think we should definitely get famous enough. This show needs to get big enough to where he invites us there.
Can you imagine if we were like I mean,
I would go.
yeah,
I would risk it all.
Dennis Rodman went.
Yeah, dude. And he was my favorite basketball player in the 90s. So we already have a connection. I
mean,
love Rodman too. I see the allure.
Hey, Dennis, if you are listening, I'm sure you're following us at World Local News on Instagram and listening and watching us on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. But reach out. We'd love to get in touch with Kim's people.
I hope he sends us a cease and desist. you make that comment and now we're in litigation with Dennis Rodman. Just fucking, we have to shut down the show.
Or this is the last episode because North Korea offs us.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Wow. Well, speaking of world leaders and excellent world local news transitions, dude, your boy is back in the news. Wild Bill Clinton.
Old Billy Long Dick.
Old
Billy Long Dick.
Billy Slim Dick. So Bill Clinton, it came out, I think it was Thursday or Friday. He was hospitalized. And they made it very clear that this was not due to COVID. And towards the end of the weekend, he was released. Now, they didn't give many details about what he actually had.
What are some key facts here?
Well, one thing we know for sure is that he's on an antibiotic regimen that he is going to be finishing now that he's out of the hospital. So, this is your boy. Remember, your boy, not mine, your boy.
Yeah.
I'd say he doesn't have a sterling track record when it comes to
being a pussy hound. Spit it out.
Yeah.
He's a pussy hound. And his pussy houndness almost ruined the young girl's life when him and his wife were willing to gaslight an entire country just to protect him being a pussy hound. But now at this point, if you can't beat him, you almost got to join him. I almost respect his cocksmanship. He's definitely got an STD. Bill Clinton.
This has to be an STD, right?
Allegedly has an STD. I don't think. Yeah. Well, this is more comedy than news. So
yeah.
Dude, Bill Clinton has an STD.
I mean, so what is one of the STDs that you have to take antibiotics for?
Chlamydia, I believe.
Oh, Billy Chlamydia.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely, dude. He still knows where the other child slaves are on Epstein's island that they couldn't find.
Dude, I bet
that's how much he knows about the island.
I bet he has a second. I bet there's a secondary island.
Yeah, Little St. James too.
Yeah.
Definitely. There is a second island. There's Big St. James. There's St. James, I think, and then like Little St. James or something.
Well, yeah, but I mean like little St. James because I think St. James is public, right? I actually have no idea.
I have no idea.
Has there been a better comeback story than Monica Lewinsky?
Oh, she's like cool now, right? Everybody's feeling her. Good for her.
Well, it's like
it's
like her, Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, like people that we quote unquote slut shamed.
Yes. Yeah.
There's been a huge resurgence for those folks, and I think I hope that Monica Lewinsky I hope she has so much money that she never has to work a day in her life unless she wants to.
Yeah. I like how we've come to find out that Paris Hilton's actually not as dumb as she came off in those shows. Yeah, she's like super smart. I like that. I like Mike.
She launched Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I like Mike Tyson's character arc. I really like. I do like a comeback story. Like
I do worry about Mike.
Why? Oh, with all the mushrooms he's taking.
Dude, I watched. He has that show Hot Boxing with Mike.
Yeah.
And he had Action Bronson on, who I love.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim Jong Un, contact Action Bronson, get on his workout plan, and you'll be ready to go for next year. But Mike had Action Bronson on, and like, he's like, I've never met a person who was like shroomed out.
Yeah.
Like you meet people who are like stoners, drunk all the time. But the mushroom cadence is very strange.
Oh yeah, he does seem pretty fucked up.
Yeah, because like
I don't think anybody wants to tell Mike Tyson.
No one's gonna tell him.
Yeah, I would if I was there. But yo, Mike, I love you, dog. But
would you? What's your price tag for fighting Mike Tyson?
Fight like in a boxing match or
Yeah,
fight?
yeah. No. A boxing match.
Oh Jesus!
Exhibition. 8 2-minute rounds.
I don't know. Fucking. I don't.
So the question really is how much.
I would do it for like $5,000, honestly.
Okay.
Just the story. I'd do it for the story. Like I boxed Mike Tyson for 8 rounds.
Yeah, but dude, you're gonna have so much brain damage. 5,000 really isn't gonna be worth it. I
don't think he brain damaged me.
We call each other out on this podcast. We keep ourselves honest. You white checked me, and now I have to value check you.
Okay, all right.
Value check you.
All right.
I don't think you should get in the ring for anything less than 6,000.
You think so, man?
No, dude. I think
$6,000. I can do 6.
maybe 6,500.
I just don't want to take advantage of Mike Tyson.
Oh, dude. All right. Now I have to I had to pump you up and now I have to bring you down. Because if you're thinking you're going to hang with Mike Tyson, we got a problem.
No, but it'll be a good show.
Really?
Yeah, because when he knocks me out, I'm going to be real dramatic. I'm going to be yelling like,
just a flopping fish on the mat.
I'm going to start seasoning shit. I'm like, ah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I'm not getting in. I'm not. So basically, it's how much money for Mike Tyson to knock you out, right?
Pretty much.
I feel like I need at least 5 years expenses and pain and suffering covered by whatever.
Yeah.
Like
cover any expenses and then give me a little something.
I mean, I feel like $1 million is I don't know. I'm pretty sure if someone was like, hey, $50,000 for Mike Tyson to knock you out, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, $50K. Oh, easily.
Well, shout out to Chlamydia Bill. Hope everything clears up. And we'll see you on.
I bet you Bill uses one of these. Our next story. I bet you Bill uses
If not, he needs it.
This Koso. This is a ball bath. So you play, what is this, Greg? You place your balls in at the top here where the little handprint is. You place your at the top here. And then.
So if you're just listening, there is a new item that has come out for men meant to, I mean, I guess it's like a form of male birth control.
Yes.
So basically it's this like cylinder-ish like object that you fill with water and then it heats up kind of like a electric kettle.
You like sous vide your balls. Your balls are sous vide.
You drop your balls.
You drop your balls in and then it kills your sperm.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I feel like we need to have like a societal conversation around like good ideas for birth control and bad ideas for birth control. Because I mean, I'm not trying to have kids right now.
Yeah.
But like in terms of birth control for a man, like there's got to be a better way than dropping your testicles into scalding hot water.
You're trying to kill the kids and you're trying to, some people make that decision and said maybe they don't want to get snipped. Maybe that's a little too invasive. Put your balls in a bath. Boom. No more kids. How often do you have to do it for it to?
Apparently like once or twice every 6 months.
Oh, wow. So like eventually your sperm starts to grow again and you're like, nope, sorry.
Guess I mean, I don't know how much this thing costs. I don't know if there's a price tag yet. Maybe it's not on the market, but like, guess what? Give me $10 and I will kick you so hard in the crotch that you won't have to worry about kids for an extended period of time.
That's definitely worth more than that. Like, where do you keep that to? Where does that stay in the bathroom?
I don't know. Then I feel like you got to deal with getting electrocuted.
Dude, I feel like if you electrocute your balls, I feel like that would give your kid superpowers.
I mean, interesting.
Yeah. I think it would rewrite the genetic code.
Do you think that it would give the kid some sort of superpower that's related to electricity?
Yes.
All right. So what would happen?
I don't know. The kid, it's latent for a little bit, and then something causes it, either an emotional response or something, and the kid figures it out. And then
I think if it's a boy, the second it gets circumcised, it kicks in.
Yeah.
And if you don't circumcise it, it might happen in a different way, like much later. You circumcise it, and that's like brings it on immediately, and
Yeah.
the baby's like, man. Like
So you have a baby with a cut dick, just fucking electricity,
shooting everywhere.
kills the doctor.
100%. Almost everyone in the room. Almost every single one in the room.
Everyone except the mother and the family, because they're part of that whole thing.
Yeah, the baby knows, but like, what are you, nuts? It's still a baby. It doesn't
Yeah.
know how to control its
Emotions. It's crying.
emotions, let alone
boom,
its
boom.
superpowers.
The fucking nurse just working there part-time, just trying to make a little extra money. She's fucking gone.
That would be I think there is a superhero show like that on Netflix where the kid is like has these superpowers, but he becomes a villain. If not, and I'm just making this up in my head, which is super possible.
Mhm.
Sometimes I just sit.
I like Superly Possible.
Yeah, superly possible. Sometimes I just sit and just look at the Netflix home screen and make up my own ideas. Is that weird?
No, I think that's creativity.
I don't
in
want
this day and age.
Yeah, I'll take like 30 minutes and just sit there, mute the TV so like the little background autoplay thing doesn't go.
Yeah,
And I'll just come up with ideas.
yeah. How long does it take you to masturbate?
14 hours. I do tantric masturbation.
This segment is brought to you by Edging. Edging. You're almost there all the time.
This segment is brought to you by the ball bath. Keeping your testicles lukewarm. So it's interesting, like talking about birth control for men, and like I feel like there's just so many religious implications to the birth control conversation that it can never happen. But I wonder if we could test out the ball bath with this this self-proclaimed Magga Church down in Tennessee.
Bro,
Have you heard about these guys?
I saw pictures. These motherfuckers look fly as fuck, bro.
All right. So
I blame hip hop on this, by the way. So go ahead, keep going.
all right. So there is a self-proclaimed MAGA loving church that does all of their services holding AR-15s.
Yeah, are they loaded?
100%.
Why even have a gun if it's not loaded,
And they
right?
also wear crowns that have polished bullets on them. I mean,
Whoa,
these guys.
that's fucking cool. I'm telling you, this is out of one of the guy who started this is heavily vested into like this new age hip hop. He listens to Lil Uzi Vert,
Really?
Lil Durk.
What do you think the
Pooh Shiesty.
what do you think the appeal is there? What's the crossover between super hyper Christians and Lil Uzi Vert rapping?
These guys
raps?
tell me that they're coming for the ops one way or another, and they don't give a fuck. These are the kind of guys that come after your block, and they don't care if you know it's them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're ready to ride.
Oh yeah.
And the bling just means like, hey, we're gonna do this, and we stunt on niggas as well. We're stunting on motherfuckers. It's not just that we'll kill people; we're gonna look good doing it. They're living in the future. They got an Asian dude with them and a black. There's a black dude. There's two white dudes, one with a ponytail, an Asian dude and a black dude. Just in this picture alone.
So it's interesting. The Asian dude in the picture, his father actually started this church.
It's started by an Asian dude. The stock just went up for them.
So like the family last name is Moon, and I'm pretty sure that they called like the followers Moonies.
Okay.
Which is very interesting. However, what kind of makes me a little terrified about these people is that all of their the people who worship at the church, like they all wear white.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry, like
It's giving KKK vibes.
KKK cult, more it might be more culty vibes than KKK vibes, although what's the difference? KKK is a cult too, I guess.
We should be famous. We should get this show famous enough so that we can hire these people as security.
Oh yeah.
Hire this church as security.
So
we'll be like, hey, we don't fuck with your politics, but we like your philosophy on looks and just keeping that thing on you.
Yeah.
Right.
And like the fact that you're, I think I'd want security that has like hyper like commitment to religion. because at least it shows me you're committed to it. And if
Yeah.
I'm committed to you,
And you're easily fooled. You can be led.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think these guys for sure are in the future, because I think this is actually like the apocalypse. I not the apocalypse. I think this is like when people talk about like a civil war happening in our country. Like, I think this is the war that's coming. I think armed. I think this like crossover of religion and politics, like the fact that this church like touts having a political affiliation, like
Yeah.
that's a red flag.
Oh, yeah. The lines are getting foggy, and they have been.
I know.
Objective reality is being bent, and there's really nothing we can do about it except enjoy it and do the best we can. Like these guys, my thoughts on the gun control, because it's too late to have any. I think every house should have nuclear launch codes and their own like nuclear reactor in the house, so that if the neighbors get a little chippy, you can let them know, hey, buddy, you ever heard of World War II? That's your house now.
Yes. And I wonder, okay, which would you rather have?
Uranium, or you doing plutonium? Which one? You get the choice.
I'm going plutonium.
Right?
I'm going plutonium.
Yeah. I'm gonna go uranium, I think.
Just to be different,
Just
or
to-
because
just-
that's your element?
Because we're close to each other, and we should each have one so that we can give a fair review.
PU.
Both effective, I believe. Yeah.
Well, that's I'm glad we settled that. No, I was shit. Now I lost my thought. These guys are wild, dude.
Yeah.
These guys. Okay, so it got me thinking about like, would you sign up for these? So if this was the civil war that was coming, like the religious zealots, would you like, how quickly would it take you to like sign up with them?
If I was what?
If like that was like the civil war that was coming, like this religious political crossover,
Yeah.
if like that was the war that was coming to this country, instead of like, you know, Democrats versus Republicans.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the war that's coming.
As
I
a
think-
religious state mix.
Yeah.
This weekend, this girl told me about someone that she knows that her dad joined a very culty religion like this.
Ooh.
And they had him like marry someone else through the church. So he had a state wife and a church wife.
No way.
Yeah. I'm gonna join that one.
Are they Mormons?
No, it was something else. It wasn't Seventh-day Adventist. She couldn't tell me what it was, but I'm gonna figure out what that one is, and I'm gonna join their crew, because that doesn't sound like they're fighting over there. It sounds like they're fucking. You know?
It's. I mean, I feel like that is a key facet of any good cult, is like sexual flexibility. Let's call it, especially in particular for like the people at the top. Like, do you ever? What was the Waco, Texas? David Koresh.
Yeah, he was.
You know about that?
Yeah, he was sleeping with dudes' wives. It's crazy how many people are willing to just be hit over the head. That they don't have any control over their lives, and they give up control to these people, and things like that happen. You know? Oh,
I know
that was a little early on that.
Then,
Sorry.
And then people, people get like an uproar talking about like their freedom, and it's like, hey, how much of your freedom have you already given away? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to.
So you think they should give up more freedom because they already gave some away?
No. I'm saying I mean, if that's what you want to do, fine.
Yeah.
I think it's more about having the self-awareness to point out your own hypocrisies.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a superpower.
That
like self-awareness.
That is a superpower.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, you know, whether you correct your behavior, I think that determines whether or not whether you're an asshole or not. Like, if I make a mistake and it hurts me, hurts someone else, or fucks something up, I'm going to do my best to make sure that doesn't happen again. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there are plenty of people who continue to make the same mistakes over and over, and like, without even knowing, they're like giving so much of their freedom or themselves away.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's different ways to freedom. You know, whether you're free will or determinism, I feel like it's a mix of both. And you just got to be like self-awareness, like you said, I feel like is key.
Which one are you, free will or determinism? when I was
It's
8.
both, because the only decisions you can make are the ones in which you're encapsulated. You know, if I was born somewhere else, I'd have a different life, you know? So
It's
it
true.
depends on how you look at it. Do you count free, you know, depends on where the free will starts. Some people say that just the simple fact that factor is there, based that you have to, depending on where you're born, that you don't necessarily have free will. But I think it's just where you want to start it. But I do think I like to say there's free will within the confines of determinism.
All right. Well, speaking of free will, have you been following it? Because it's interesting, and I think it relates to like everything that's going on with vaccines right now. Have you been following this Kyrie Irving story?
I have, dude. I have.
All right. So for anyone who doesn't know, and like I think at this point you'd have to be living under a rock not to know about what's going on with this. But Kyrie Irving is a superstar.
They're coming here to be informed, and you're like, "Hey, listen, you're a fucking piece of shit if you haven't heard about this yet."
Listen,
let's
World Local News. Part of our mandate, our credo, is to knowledge shame you 80% of the way, and for you guys, our listeners, our fans, our supporters that we love deeply, to make up the other 20%.
That was the rain cloud. That was a little bit. That was a light drizzle that just came out for the listeners, and I like it. I think these people need to be put in their place.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so Kyrie Irving, all-star point guard for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yep.
He plays and practices in a city that has a vaccination mandate if you're going to be indoors.
He's really good, right?
Kyrie Irving is like, he's one of the best basketball players of the last 10 years for sure.
Wow.
And arguably one of the best ball handlers of all time.
Wow. Almost like the ball handler that washes it, but not like pause. Like
someone who works for Bill Clinton.
Yes. That's a much better joke. Good job.
You're welcome.
Saved us.
You're welcome. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. So Kyrie Irving is one of less than 20 players who's decided not to get a dose of the vaccine. And
he's about to lose a lot of money, right? 196 million.
So I read today, like most current is that he's only going to lose the money from Brooklyn home games.
Okay.
Because
what's the total number?
He plans to lose $17 million if he doesn't play a game in Brooklyn this year.
Okay. I saw a number that said 196. Was that corrected? Because there's bonuses and stuff like that.
So he's eligible for an extension that I think is worth up to $196 million.
So he's risking that as well.
Unless New York City's vaccine mandate goes away. But it's very interesting because he's the most high profile, I think, athlete or celebrity that is choosing to sit out.
Yeah. And the fact that he's willing to risk that much money, he is a real ass nigga, straight up. Like this is, I don't agree with him not deciding to get the vaccine, or at least I don't care. But I do have mad respect for him to put his, because there are people I think that are legitimately like they fear for their health. They don't trust the government. That's cool. But then I feel like I said this before, there's a large group of people that either got the vaccine or didn't because of their political party.
You did say that.
And this motherfucker here is like, he's putting it on the line. Like I make fun of people who were like, my rights, I'm not getting the vaccine. But then they want to go visit, like, they want to visit Hawaii and then they'll get a vaccine. If they want to take a trip, yeah, or they got to visit,
people, it's like not having power in your convictions and just doing whatever's most convenient for you, like very selfish.
Yes.
And like, I think that's where and I'm not even saying selfish necessarily in a bad way, because there are good forms of being selfish as well.
Yeah.
But like, it's for sure a selfish decision. Like either way,
to not
to get it or not.
To get it or not. Oh yeah. Absolutely. It's in self-interest. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Maybe selfish isn't the right term.
Yeah.
Self-interest for sure.
Yeah.
But what I have a problem with is when they say, please don't ask any questions and respect my decision.
Why?
Do you think that, like, I don't think I respect Kyrie Irving's decision to not get vaccinated and give up that much money and opportunity, mostly opportunity, because there are only a certain number of slots in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like 12 players can be on an active roster and 15 can be on the team for like practice players. So just from like a pure like, hey, I would love to play in the NBA. I don't really respect the decision. Like, I don't get swayed by the, just because you're the only one like taking this vocal and this drastic of a stance. Like, I don't auto respect that.
No, I think it's a stupid decision, but I respect the conviction. Like the shit he's risking, he's not just saying a wild take. He's putting money on his thing, which lets you know, like, he may have distrust for the government, whatever it is. I do respect that, but I totally see. I think the decision itself is unfounded. It's like, it's like,
well, especially this is a guy who is a known flat earther.
Yes,
he may have come out publicly and like said, "Hey, just kidding," but like, I mean, this is a dude who's well documented of like going down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories, and like, hey, your boy loves a good conspiracy theory to talk about, or to like think about while I'm sitting staring at a blank Netflix screen and like thinking of ideas. Yeah, conspiracy theories are fun like that, but not when they stop being fun. I don't know. I think for me personally, there's like such a detachment from being able to actually prove anything that you're always living in an alternate reality, and like to not be snapped into like actual reality, I think can be dangerous.
Yeah, I agree. The flat earth thing is, we should just ignore those people. People get almost too excited about people believing in flat earth, when like the other day I was driving in the car with a buddy of mine. He goes, "Hey man, I don't think the clouds are real." I was like, "Hey yo, my man, can you turn up the music, please?" That's it.
What does it even mean?
I didn't care. I was like, we're not taking this hangout into there.
Wow.
Some people think the clouds are fake. They think birds are fake too. A lot of people think birds are fake, that they're drones.
Oh, yeah, but like I dissected a bird once.
I've.
Do you think that was like a prop? Do you think it was like?
You would have saw.
It was like Impossible Bird. It was just made of fake components.
Just fucking
soy-based birds. I mean, so if you were in Kyrie Irving's shoes, and he's got his own brand of Nikes, I have a couple pairs. What would you do? Would you
if I believed that fucking the vaccine was some fucked up shit with some weird thing, I would, and yeah, he's proving that he just has I can't hate on his decision. I don't agree with it, but if I was him in his shoes, believing what he does, the fact that he's willing to risk that much money shows he's real. It's not just some, it's not a political thing, it's a deep personal, like, fuck you motherfuckers. That's a lot of money to like, that's 196 million potentially. 17 guaranteed.
I would have to imagine, like, so Kyrie Irving is supposedly like a man of pretty intense faith.
Hoping God reaches down to him like, "Hey, nigga, fucking get the damn money." The fuck you think this is? I just gave you this blessing, and you're gonna throw away for this shit? Let's go.
What if God told him to shut up and dribble?
Get your dumb ass out that bed, motherfucker.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Off the chains. No, but I like, so again, like, it
seems like you're upset about his decision.
Well, I'm a big fan.
Oh, you want the game will be better with him playing.
The game is for sure better with him playing, but it's just, I think you can make the inference that like someone who believes in flat earth and someone who is, being anti-vax, Like, I think you can make it's not too far of a jump to be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't, like, just like we shouldn't be listening to him about flat earth. Maybe we shouldn't listen to him about vaccines, because like Kyrie Irving is a professional basketball player, great ball handler, but he's like, when he says, or when anyone says, I do my own research, or I'm doing my own research, like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, what are you researching?
Yeah.
Like, if you're researching it like I am, do some internet searches, look at multiple pages of results, get lost in a Wikipedia rabbit hole, go to IMDb. Next thing I know, I'm looking at Wesley Snipes movies from the 90s.
Yeah. Did you research the vaccine before you got it?
I read as many articles as I thought was appropriate that had enough data to support what it was. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm a salesman.
You wanted to take the vaccine, so you confirm biased yourself?
No, I didn't necessarily want to take the vaccine. No. But based on the information that was available to me, like, it didn't seem like a risk.
Yeah, I didn't do any research. I just got it.
Okay, so you're just a vaccine cuck.
I'll get all the vaccines. I'll get all 5 of them. And fucking
these mandates have been around for years. And what I wish, this is why the media sucks, because it's always about how you frame the story, right?
Yep.
It's like, it's not, hey, I pooped myself. It's, hey, I had a courage building moment sharing my vulnerability with my social media fans. You know what I mean? That's framing. I'll be your publicist, no problem.
So, do you think someone should get the vaccine or shart themselves? What would be better for their life?
What if the vaccine made you shart yourself? Would you get it then?
Then you would be forcing a character building moment, but on a medical level. I would say it's a go.
Yeah. That's
guys,
a go.
That is world local news.
Hey, if you liked what you heard, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, World Local News. You can get the audio versions of episodes on iTunes, Spotify. You can follow us at World Local News on Instagram. You can follow me at G Perlman on Instagram, Greg Perlman on Twitter. Freddie, where can they find you?
Instagram and TikTok, Freddy Valoy. Also, YouTube. That was Freddy Valoy for some of the, sometimes exotic sounds make motherfuckers get dizzy and shit. So TikTok, that's it. Subscribe, rate, review, share the clips on your story, tag us. That's probably the most important thing. If other people share it on their story and then we could reshare it, like, oh shit, look, people are willing to put us on their fucking thing. Do that.
It's like a digital game of tag.
Yeah. And make sure it's real. If it's a good clip, if you don't think it's good, whatever, but help us out here. Share the stuff. Tell your friends about us. That's it for us. Bye.
Bye.